Assalamu alaikum, welcome to SAMAA Lounge. I'm your host Puzzle Mushtaq, and today we have very violent guests on the show. They might not seem violent, but they are. They are none other than the MMA fighters. Please welcome Mehmosh Raza, also known as the Renegade, Brad Pickett, also known as One Punch, Bushra Ahmad, also known as the Tank. The first ones we're talking to is the fighter Bushra Ahmad and a coach, Alex Lawrence. Assalamu alaikum, Bushra. Hello, Alex. How are you guys?
Yeah. Walaikum assalam. I'm good. How are you?
I'm perfect.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. How has it been for you in Lahore, in Pakistan?
So far, it's been so good. Everybody's super friendly, super nice, and the weather for me is just like being in Scotland.
Do you prefer the hot weather or the cold one?
I would say hot.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're so done with the hot weather, honestly. I love the Scottish weather.
Yeah, it's nice.
So, yeah, it's really nice. I like the rainy. I'm a sad person, unfortunately. What about you? Where are you from?
I'm basically from Swat, but I've been born and bred in Islamabad. I like warmer weather. I don't like cold. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're also from a cold place,
Yeah,
and so are you.
Yeah.
I think that's what's common between you guys.
Yeah.
But like, what do you like in Lahore so far?
So far, the
Yeah.
people are so super friendly, super nice, and the hospitality's been second to none. So
Of course,
yeah, it's
yeah.
super nice.
Yeah. And what about you? Is this your first time in Lahore as well?
No. I've been to Lahore many times.
Okay.
I've always been here for the fights, basically.
Yeah.
So I haven't even seen Lahore. So
Okay.
I'm here to fight and go back the other day. Yeah.
Nice. So tell me, how did you start your fighting journey?
Basically, I went to a gym to lose some weight.
Okay.
I was just training there for like good 2-3 years. Then one day coach asked me, "Ke fight karna hai?" मैंने कहा, "Sure, coach, karna hai." Then that's how it all started. Yeah.
But like Pakistan में होता है ना कि as being a woman, parents are not usually, they like get married or whatever and get your studies done. But like, how did you, अपने parents को आपने कैसे मनाया?
मनाया ही नहीं. Basically, सब कुछ बहुत फ्लो में हुआ. पेरेंट्स अभी भी पूछते हैं कि आगे क्या करना है, बिकॉज पढ़ाई की, सो आगे आई वाज सपोज टू वर्क एंड गेट मैरिड एंड हैव बेबीज. ये प्लान था. लाइक किसी भी आप पाकिस्तानी फैमिली में देखें, दैट्स द प्लान फॉर द गर्ल्स. बट शुरू में वही वेट लॉस के लिए ज्वाइन किया. फिर आई वाज सेल्फ डिफेंस कोच एट नास्ट यूनिवर्सिटी. थोड़ा अचीवमेंट हुई थी, ग्रैपलिंग इवेंट्स पे गई. तो फाइट तक पहुंचते पहुंचते दे वर यूज्ड टू मी बीइंग इन दिस एरिया. बट जो फर्स्ट टाइम जो उनको पता लगा जब इंटरनेशनल फाइट हुई कि ओह दिस इज समथिंग सीरियस, सो तब बहुत देर हो गई थी.
But you were telling me that you started very late.
Yeah, I did.
Like recently, maybe.
Yeah.
When did you start?
I started in 2019. It's few years, and in 2021 I had my debut.
Okay.
And in 2023 I fought internationally. So like a brief journey relatively. I started very late, like at the age of 24 or 23, something like that. Yeah.
And what about you, Alex? How did you start your fighting journey? Because you've been a former Muay Thai fighter as well.
That's right. Yeah. I started my martial art career when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
6 or 7. Started off in karate.
Oh, nice.
Till I went to high school, and then did taekwondo high school until I was about 21, 22, and then fell out with the love of training every day and competing every day. And then one day in Scotland, somebody said to me, "Oh, you should try this Muay Thai."
Okay.
And to me, it was like something new and exciting. So I think I started doing Muay Thai when I was about 28, 29.
Okay.
And then started fighting when I was like 30 till I was 35 or 36, and then retired from fighting, and then became Muay Thai coach and strength and conditioning coach after that. So it's been a full life journey from being a young boy to my age.
I mean,
now.
I'd like you to be my friend because everyone needs a friend like that.
Everybody needs a friend like me. Yeah. So yeah, it's been some journey, and now it's more enjoyable because I get to see the fighters that we train in Dubai, like competing and helping them out. So it's like a passion. So it's good for that as well.
All right. So, but like, how did you get into coaching then?
After I decided to stop fighting, I thought I've got all this knowledge over the years that I've learned on different ways of training and stuff like that, and decided I wanted to become a personal trainer. So qualified as a personal trainer. Okay. And then moved to Dubai in 2015 and been in Dubai ever since 2015.
So you've never been to Scotland after that?
I go home once a year.
Okay.
I always go home at Christmas time to see
Alright,
family
yeah,
and friends
of
and
course.
stuff like that. And yeah, it's about the only time I'll go home. And
That's nice.
it's weird because when you go home at Christmas time, it's super cold, it's super dull, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's just so nice,
Yeah,
man.
your body is like confused.
body's like hit by a truck, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, what's going on? What we're doing
True.
today? It's pouring with rain outside
Yeah.
or whatever. And obviously I'm quite active, and you
Yeah.
want to go to the gym or whatever, and you're just like, man,
Yeah.
this is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, you forget living in Dubai, like
And I think it's
cold
tough
weather.
training in the cold weather as well, no?
It's tougher, man. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's one of the reasons I like warmer places, because
Oh.
I don't have to warm up enough.
Yeah, you don't have to warm up, right? You just
Exactly.
turn up at the gym and you're like,
The sun warms
this
you
is
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm warmed up already.
Exactly,
Whereas
exactly.
At home, for example, in Scotland, if you're warming up in my
Yeah.
old Muay Thai gym, Hanneman, it's like a converted garage.
Yeah.
So you'd be like warming up and you'd see your breath and you're skipping or shadow boxing and you're like, man, this is cold.
Yeah.
Warming up. And you'd be skipping for about 20 minutes and you're
Yeah.
still cold and you're like,
Yeah.
where's the heat coming from? But yeah.
All
it's,
right. But like,
different.
how has your experience been with the MMA fighters?
With
Coaching them?
Muay Thai fighters, you mean?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Muay Thai
fighters. Yeah, I love working with them. They're especially Abdullah, who's not here today, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because he's sound asleep.
All right. And I've heard that he's been teaching you some Urdu as well.
Yes, Mira Naam, Coach Alex. Hey.
Oh, nice. That is
Pakistan Zinzibad.
Yeah, Pakistan Zindabad. And so what about you, Bushra? Is it difficult for a Pakistani woman fighter to get success and internationally and recognized?
Obviously, it is. It's very hard to be accepted. That's the
Yeah.
biggest challenge, right? And to be accepted by your parents in that way, in the society. Society is
Yeah.
like at large, but it's very hard. Like
Yeah.
First to convince them to how do you want to train, and especially when you are young. When I started, I was already graduated.
Okay.
So I was, I can say, independent woman.
Yeah.
So itna zyada masla, like I didn't ask much. I was like, I'm going, But when you are when you look at like kids or girls, it will be hard because obviously they do need their parents' permission and their guidance, and so it's definitely very hard.
Yeah.
It's like you have to meet ends and you have to take care of the family, and then then there's this woman struggle because the whole MMA is very patriarchal, right?
Yeah.
So they don't understand कि हमारे क्या issues हो सकते हैं, हमें क्या चाहिए. Events में यही होता है कि you don't have any female representative जो आपका weigh in कर सके. So this is one of the issues. So fight specific issues भी हैं, then journey specific issues भी हैं. So it's hard. It's
But
really
like I'm
hard.
talking to you and I see
Yeah.
you, and you don't strike me as this fighter. And I totally mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Like you're such a, petite, soft person,
Yeah.
And so I feel like you have a totally different personality when you go into the ring, right?
Yeah, I do. So I deceive people by my
Yeah,
looks.
I think that's a good thing.
I dress up very girly so
Yeah.
they're not scared of me.
Never let your opponents know
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm accepting my feminine energy. I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. But like, you're a two-time Pakistani national MMA champion in the featherweight division.
Yeah.
How's that like? And tell me more about the featherweight division as well.
So basically, it's a 65.8 kilos category.
Okay.
I fought last year in that category. It was National Fighting Championship. It's a tournament.
Yeah.
So last time I was a champion, and similarly this time I was a champion in this weight category. So I have moved down to 61 bantamweight category, and obviously it feels amazing because I thought कि इस कैटेगरी में let's say featherweight में और कोई I have clean sweep the whole category, there's nobody left to fight, so I should definitely move to bantamweight.
Yes.
So I'll clean sweep that,
Okay.
and then hopefully I'll be fighting in the flyweight, that's 57 kilos.
nice.
That's my weight. Yeah.
Okay. You represented Pakistan at the prestigious IMMAF World and Asian Championships as well?
I have.
What does that stand for?
Basically, it's International Mixed Martial Arts Federation.
Okay.
It's their World Championship or Youth Championship.
And you've won
sorry.
bronze. You've been a bronze medalist as well.
In Asian Championships.
Asian Championships. Nice. So how many fights have you had internationally?
I have 2 fights internationally
Mm-hmm.
and others in Pakistan. So the international fights were very interesting because I had a lot to learn from.
Okay.
Even if I lost one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of to learn from because the opponents that I was fighting were really high level fighters. So I felt amazing. Oh, I can do this. These are my mistakes. These are my good points. So yeah.
So do you look back on your videos and
I
your
do,
work and like learn from that as well?
Yeah, I do. Even if sometimes I'm just sleeping and it clicks me. Oh, I did that wrong. That was the mistake. So it clicks me every time.
Yeah.
So I do watch them again and again because that was like a very good experience for me, because in Pakistan we don't have as many skilled girls to fight, so we don't have the luxury to learn more.
Yeah.
So they are very important to me. The international fights, they're very important to me.
Okay, Alex, do you as a coach tell your fighters to look at themselves, look at their videos and learn from their mistakes as well?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
As a coach, you're constantly looking after
Yeah.
your fighter. Even if they're potentially world champion, you would always still criticise them, even if they're at the top of their game.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, you're still dropping your left hand, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. You have to like always tell them like, yeah, you did well in that fight, but you can always improve on something else. Like,
of course.
your defense was maybe a little bit poor, or your offense was good this fight, or whatever, and you tell them to watch videos, and then when you're working with them every day, you're constantly telling them, right, start doing it this way, stand this way, turn your hip this way, squeeze your fist when you punch and stuff like that. So yeah, you're constantly giving them advice, whether they want to take the advice on. Sometimes they'll listen, sometimes they don't. You'll agree with that, right? Sometimes you'll be like, my left hand doesn't go down when I'm throwing a kick. And you watch a video and you go, oh yeah, my coach is right. So it's like, for me, it's like having like looking after small kids basically, because you're repeating yourself daily.
Definitely.
Like, do this, have you done this, have you done that, how's this, how's that? And then that's it, man. That's our part of
But like
the
I've
process.
seen some coaches telling the fighters, or even if in cricket, they tell them to play like that person or this person. So do you tell your fighters to fight like this person or that person, or maybe just fight like how you would fight?
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just fight how you want. As long as, we always say, myself and my other coach Jason, we tell them, whether you win, lose or draw, as long as you fight hard, put on a good performance, and show that you've got heart. If you win the fight, brilliant. If you lose the fight, it's okay, as long as you've done the best to your ability. Fight hard and put on a good performance. If you lose, you lose. If you win, even better.
Yeah, of course. Bushra, tell me, out of curiosity, it is unfortunately a man's world.
Yeah.
And I've seen women in their professions that they have to act like a man, unfortunately, because when they're being a woman, people don't take them seriously, which is very unfortunate. So do you, and I see you, and you do not strike me as an MMA fighter, really. You are such a girl, which is a nice thing, I believe, and you can still be a fierce person, you know what I mean? So what do you have to say about that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want girls to relate to me, right? I accept my feminine energy all the time.
Exactly.
And then I'm just being myself, so I can, I have the time to prove myself in the cage. That's my time. I don't have to act like something. I have to be myself. So because I'm a girl and I want to dress up like a girl and I want to look like a girl, so I want girls to relate to me. I don't want. Yeah, exactly. I want them to look up to me. Basically, they look up to me. That's why I have to now, I have to be cautious about what I'm wearing, how I'm carrying myself. So in case if somebody, some girl, and they have passion for MMA and she's looking up to me, so she could relate to me. If she can do it, I can do it. You don't have to look like a tomboy to fight. You should be fighter by heart.
Of course. So do you tell your fighters about their diets as well?
We have a nutritionist called Dan Koza. He helps the weight cuts and what the fighters should be eating and when they should be eating it and how much water they should be drinking and when to drink their water and electrolytes. I just do the strength and conditioning and pad work. That's up to Dan. So shout out to Dan.
Oh, nice. And you have to also, what are your eating habits or routine?
Okay, so I have very good lifestyle, sleep-wise, food-wise. But unfortunately, in Pakistan, we don't have like sport-specific nutrition.
Yeah.
So usually we have, weight lifting and, weight gaining,
Yeah.
that kind of nutritional advice.
Yes.
So we figure it out, like, by the research and,
Yeah.
the material on the internet. And one of our teammate, Kamran, he's helping us out. He's a boxer.
Okay.
So, he has done it or that. So usually हम जब बॉडी बिल्डर्स वगैरह से इस तरह के कोचेस से जब हम एडवाइस लेते हैं वो हमारी स्पोर्ट स्पेसिफिक नहीं होती. सो वी नीड समबडी, या हम खुद ही एक्सपेरिमेंट कर करके जो पिछले फाइटर्स ने किया है, या जो हमारे सीनियर्स हैं, लूमी करीम, उनसे गाइडेंस लेते हैं कि जो पिछले फाइटर्स ने जो किया है, व्हाट वर्क फॉर देम, लेट्स ट्राई दैट. बट या राइट नाउ Kamran is helping us too with our diet here.
And Alex, tell me, do you have to keep yourself fit as well to coach others as well? Like you need to be an example for your fighters, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do train hard. I train 7 days a week.
I can see that you're
Yeah,
fit.
try and
Yeah.
keep in shape. But 2 years ago, I put on a lot of weight because I was going out, not leading a lifestyle that I should have been leading,
Okay.
and then got back into leading the lifestyle that I preached to not only my fighters but my one-on-one clients and everything
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, I try and keep in shape, and for my age, I think I'm in good shape for my age. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. You'll have to give one-word answers, but like instantly. You can't think. Whatever comes to your mind, you'll have to just say it.
Okay.
All right. So, and you can both answer at the same time. Your favorite food?
Thai.
Donuts, sorry.
Donuts, okay. Your favorite holiday destination?
My home. I don't want to go anywhere.
Thailand.
Thailand. You like a lot of Thailand. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably see a theme
Yeah.
coming from me. Yeah.
Exactly. Have you guys, of course you have, but have you tried Pakistani food?
Not yet. We're going to try it either tonight or tomorrow.
Are you into spicy food?
Well, I eat Thai spicy, so yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, so
Then
I
you
should
won't
be
have a
fine.
problem.
Yeah.
Your favorite music?
Anything that motivates me, nothing particular. Like,
All right. And what
House
about you?
music,
All right.
like dance music.
Does it help in fighting as well, like training?
For training, yeah, for sure. You need the uplifting dance
Yeah.
music
Oh,
or house music.
I used to listen to Qawwalis and roll.
Really?
So that, yeah.
Honestly, I used to listen to those slow, mellow, sad songs
Yeah.
while exercising. I don't know, that's...
Man,
I don't know.
That works for me.
Yeah,
We
does
We
that
would
work?
just
As
roll.
long
We
as
would
it
just
works
roll
for
and
you,
listen
yeah,
to
right?
Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. So I was like,
All right.
could do with it.
It was really nice talking to you. You guys stay tuned. We'll have more guests after the break. And keep watching SAMAA Lounge. We have two new guests. One is a coach and one is a fighter. Please welcome Mehmosh Raza and Brad Pickett. Assalamu alaikum, Mehmosh. Hello, Brad. How are you
Walaikum
guys?
Salam. Allah ka shukr, I'm all good.
How's your visit been to Pakistan?
It's been good so far. I've enjoyed myself.
Is this
you
your
know.
first time here?
First time in Pakistan. I lived in India when I was younger.
All right.
So kind of.
Knows a bit of Urdu.
Tamil naam ke hai.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I lived in India when I was young, and I've been to Sri Lanka for my honeymoon. So
Alright.
kind of familiar with this.
Familiar,
The
yeah.
first time in Pakistan. Yes.
All right. You from UK though?
Yes, I am.
What have you liked about Lahore the most so far?
To be honest, I haven't been here enough to be able to explore. I mean, with coaching, I travel the world quite a lot, and but a lot of times when you're here for a purpose. We're here to get a job done. So my focus is on Mehmosh and his fight.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing touristy sort of things because I'm here to do a job basically.
All right. And Mehmosh, where are you from Pakistan?
I'm from KP, so I'm
Okay.
Pashtun.
All right.
But yeah, I've grown up in Islamabad,
Okay.
but I live in London because that's where I train. That's where my
Alright.
team is, and yeah.
So how did you start your fighting journey?
I started training in Pakistan actually. I used to just watch UFC, right?
Alright.
This is funny. He used to be one of my favorite fighters actually. Him, Nick Diaz, and GSP were my top 3 fighters, and now he's my coach, which is
Yeah.
a blessing.
Nice.
But yeah, I started training here. I signed up to do some fights on some rooftop one day. I ended up just getting beaten up, and then I just started training the very next day. So never looked back.
How long back was this? Like when you
11
start-
years. 11 years.
And who initially trained you as an MMA fighter?
It was at the Sham Kareem in Islamabad. The team is Team Fight Fortress. That was my first ever team. So I pay my respects.
So you've made a big name for yourself, in this profession. Is there still something left that you feel like?
So much left. I feel like I haven't even touched where I want to sort of be. And I feel like now I'm around the right people with the right coaching, the right team, and I can really push to where I want to go in life, inshallah.
All right. And what do you feel about him? How is he as a fighter?
I think, as a fighter?
Yeah. I need to ask
How
you.
it's been.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you, I was about to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very, very committed, very hardworking. Memosh, I've known Memosh for a long time, but he's trained with us for probably about a year and a half now. He was at my old gym. I had an old gym called Team Time, which is in North London.
Okay.
I then left that team and I live south, so I opened my own gym, which is quite a very big gym. And then obviously I attracted a lot of fighters, and then Memosh came down we actually have, weirdly, in my gym has a lot of Muslim people in my gym.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah.
I'd say it was like 60 or 70% Muslims.
Yeah, quite a lot, you know. But so we have a very good, strong team, and he's a massive part of it.
But how did you get into coaching, from fighting to coaching?
For me, I started fighting late in life. I didn't start fighting until I was 26.
All right.
Done really well. I grew with the sport. Highest points I got to like number 5 in the world fighting in the UFC. And then when I was still fighting, and I was coaching as well, because I used to go from England. I used to travel to American top team in America. I used to train there like for 8 weeks, do my training camp, then fight, and then go back to the UK. So I used to do that trip quite a lot. So with doing so, I used to come back with a lot of knowledge, and I used to help teach people and also practice what I've learned. So coaching always came quite natural to me. So I always thought in the back of my head, you know, like when you're a fighter, you can't do that for the rest of all your life. And you don't start, you're not a 50-year-old man and go, well, let me start fighting. So I had to understand what I want to do afterwards. And coaching came naturally to me. So as I had a big connection with American Top Team, I have an affiliate gym in England called Great Britain Top Team.
All right.
So it's one of the biggest gyms in the UK.
Nice.
And Europe as well.
Do you guys have to also put up a show for entertainment purposes, like your entrance and everything? Like, you know, in wrestling,
You have to be a bit of a showman, but don't lose yourself to the show.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, getting the win is the most important thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to be a showman because it will attract fans, it will attract people, and the promotion that you are fighting on will enjoy it.
Yeah.
But also at the end of the day, the promotion also wants you to win.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be doing that and losing fights, it's not really gonna do you any good.
Yeah. So you started your career in Islamabad
Yes.
and went on to fight in 6 countries, including China, the Philippines, and Bahrain.
Yes.
Are you confident?
Of course, I'm confident, but my confidence comes from my training.
Yeah.
The reason I'm confident is because I've trained with some of the best people in the world, some literally ranked in the world, you know. So that's the reason I am confident, and obviously because of my coaching and everything.
Yeah.
And just like Coach said, like I respect him because
All right.
you know he's going through the same journey, of course.
Exactly.
But yeah, the work
So
is done.
outside the ring, you guys are actually not enemies.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're not friends because I don't know him, but we're
Yeah.
not enemies. Like,
Yeah.
I'll shake his hand, it's all good.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I like
And
that.
I think that's the way it should be at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That's what
that's the way
martial
it
arts teaches us to do.
Yeah. But like in your career, Brad, tell me, who's been your biggest competition in the world?
Competition.
Yeah.
Myself. I always compete with myself, as in I always want to be I try and drum it into my students now.
Yeah.
I would want to look around the training room and go, am I the hardest working person here?
Yeah.
You know, and I was. I trained really hard throughout my sport.
Yeah.
So my biggest competition was myself. I always wanted to improve, always wanted to be better. And everyone's on different journeys, right?
Yeah.
So how I see this is there's different levels as well of the sport.
Yeah.
But if I could look at myself in a year's time, I think, would this person beat my old me a year ago?
Yeah.
I'm improving. So I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's all I can do is improve. And that's what I always did, is try and improve myself as a fighter. Even now, when I'm retired fighting,
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm improving. And my knowledge is getting better.
All right. Guys, I'm going to ask you some questions now, and you're going to have to answer rapidly without thinking, whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right. So, your favorite food?
Steak.
Sorry, steak. All right.
Casserole.
You haven't tried Pakistani food yet, have you?
We will try
I
tonight.
could go.
All right.
Tandoori lamb chops, is that Pakistani food?
Yes.
Yeah.
Banging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Your favorite holiday destination?
Maldives.
I haven't been on
Same.
holiday too much, so.
Really?
Yeah, I just
But like maybe in Pakistan.
in Pakistan. Yeah, Hunza.
Oh right, Hunza is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Actually, you guys should visit as well.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
take it. It's near where you used to stay, near Nepal,
Okay.
up there.
Okay.
One day, yeah.
Yeah. Your favorite music?
Depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll probably go hip hop,
All right.
Yeah, hip hop for sure.
old school hip hop.
Any favorite song?
I like Wu-Tang Clan.
All right.
I like Kanye.
All right. I'm into a lot of sad music, so yeah,
Okay.
I can't relate.
Like Coldplay.
Yeah, Coldplay. I love Coldplay.
Coldplay is
do
one of
as
my
well.
favorite bands as
Yeah.
well, by the way. I've been
See,
to their
I
concert.
love all music.
Yeah,
Like,
all right.
I love
Like, if you're
Coldplay.
in his car and he's playing music,
Yeah.
he'll go through everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a playlist called One Punch Easy Listening. It has all these like breakup songs. As well.
Yeah. Like my only wish is to attend a Coldplay concert in my
Oh,
life.
yeah. I love Coldplay.
You have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Magical.
It's an event.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. Your favorite fighting ring, like the place, a country where you like to fight.
Vegas. I fought in Vegas quite a few
All
times.
right.
I've never fought in America, so I want to fight in America, I'd say. But so far, I don't know, Philippines.
All right.
Yeah.
What makes you alive other than fighting? Just
Computer
fighting.
games. Computer games.
Yeah. Computer games and Lego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my other hobbies.
And how do you guys unwind from this?
Yeah, when I was competing, I used to like just play video games and stuff like that and build Lego. Star Wars Lego, they're my two things.
All right.
Star Wars Lego and
Yeah.
computer
There's
games.
a difference. Star Wars,
Yeah.
Lego,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
yeah, I just hang out with some friends and chill, really.
Okay.
I just try and train as much as I can. And then, because I feel like I'm at the age where I just need to train right now.
Yeah.
I'm young, so
All right. Tea or coffee?
coffee,
Neither.
Neither. I agree. Cricket or football?
cricket.
Football.
Okay.
It has to be.
Favorite post-fight celebration?
Chill.
All right.
Eat
Yeah,
food. Oh
yeah,
my God, what am I
eat-
thinking?
yeah,
eat loads of
Eat
food.
food. Like I can
Yeah.
eat now.
Is it the same for you as well?
Yeah, I
It
used
has to
eat,
be
yeah.
food.
All right. And favorite MMA fighter of all time?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know.
What about you?
If I went to it, if I had to do MMA, I'd say someone like Anderson Silva.
Okay.
But no, Anderson Silva for me
Yeah.
is more of entertaining. But if I went pre-thing, I'd be Bruce Lee. I love Bruce
Yeah,
Lee.
yeah.
Bruce Lee was the man. He's the one who started MMA at the start.
he's
he started
the
mixing martial
godfather of
arts.
MMA sort of
Yeah,
thing.
but in MMA, but it's weird. I'm fought on the same card as most of these guys. Like, so yeah, but I said probably Anderson Silva.
You guys, we have to take a break. Please keep watching SAMAA Lounge. Now we have Daniel Nasir Mirza. He's the voice of Pakistani MMA and the leading ring announcer and commentator for all combat sports in Pakistan. Please welcome Daniel. So Daniel, how are you?
Very good, very excited. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from here, Lahore.
Oh, you're from Lahore?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. So basically you're the voice of Pakistani MMA and the leading ring announcer and the commentator for all combat sports in Pakistan.
That's correct.
How hard is it to bring such sports in this country?
बहुत मुश्किल है, it's very hard और इसीलिए क्योंकि unfortunately पाकिस्तान का जो sporting landscape है
Yeah.
वो बहुत unifocal है, एक ही
बिल्कुल।
sport है, cricket है, जबकि अगर दूसरे sports की मिसालें देखें, for example if you look at football,
Yeah.
hockey, these are sports जिसमें हमें excel करना चाहिए, जिसमें audience interest भी है, talent भी है, लेकिन unfortunately कोई investment नहीं है, कोई
Yes.
fan following नहीं है, only because there is not enough attention paid by government or private entities to bring these sports. So MMA, mixed martial arts is a
Yeah,
sport
yeah,
जो
yeah.
भी दुनिया भर में भी pick up हो रहा है,
Yeah.
पाकिस्तान में इस momentum के साथ आ रहा है.
Because do you see potential for this sport in this country?
100%.
Because I've seen a lot of youngsters now taking interest in such sports.
100%. MMA and combat sports, fastest growing sport in the world.
Yeah.
खबीब का हर एक को पता है,
बिल्कुल।
कॉनर मैग्रेगर को हर एक का पता
हाँ
है.
जी।
क्यों? क्योंकि वो sport इतना exciting है, it's
Exactly.
quick, it's fast. Unlike cricket,
Yeah.
I know cricket links है.
I do not like cricket, just by the way. Yeah.
That's great. Same.
Yeah.
Because it's comparatively, and I'm sorry to all the cricket fans, but
Yeah.
comparatively, it's a slow sport.
Yeah.
MMA is fast, in and out.
Yeah.
You know, it's fighting, it's good. और अगर हमारी legacy और culture भी देखें, पाकिस्तान में कुश्ती, कबड्डी, this is where we come from.
I mean, this was the world, you know, years ago.
Yeah, पहलवानी is
Yeah.
in our roots, is in our
Yeah.
veins. वो हमारी पहचान है.
Exactly.
और MMA उसकी extension है, क्योंकि MMA में हर चीज़ incorporate होती है. Striking, wrestling, it's full contact fighting, any way
Yeah.
that you can get done. So I do think यहाँ बहुत scope है. Just
Yeah.
we need people to watch.
Exactly.
And that's why we have SAMAA on, and SAMAA is helping us out so much. Facebook, YouTube, we're going
Yeah.
to 24 million people. What else can you ask? I think
Yeah.
we're on the precipice of something very exciting.
I hope so. And so basically, I was watching this movie the other day. I don't remember it, and it was about MMA. And there was this person of your position, and I could see how tough it was for him to get that sport in that country, and you know. So do you have to like fight with whoever you have to fight with to basically promote this?
MMA is a fight. I mean, in the cage, outside of the cage, for the fighters, for the management, everyone. लेकिन मैं ये कहूँगा कि इतने ज़्यादा रोड ब्लॉक्स नहीं है, कुछ रोड ब्लॉक्स हैं. व्यूअरशिप का रोड ब्लॉक है कि हम कितने लोगों तक एक्सपोज हो रहे हैं, कितने लोगों तक हम जा रहे हैं. फाइनेंशियल्स का बहुत बड़ा रोड ब्लॉक है, कितने ज़्यादा प्राइवेट कंपनीज इसमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहती हैं. हाउ मेनी पीपल सी द पोटेंशियल इन दिस, बिकॉज एवरी ईयर PSL आता है, all the sponsorship goes to one place, and that's what we're trying to combat here. So it is tough, but at the same time, this is fighting. We are fighters. We will keep on fighting.
Yeah, you're also the president and head matchmaker of Super Fights by HUFC Club, right?
Yes, that's correct.
What does it stand for, HUFC?
It's Hania's Ultimate Fitness Center. It was previously known as the UFC gym. It is one of, if not the, it is definitely the best and biggest facility in Pakistan, sports के लिए, training के लिए, and वो बनी ही combat sports के लिए. तो ये it's on DHA Rebber. It's one of the biggest, like opposite of Valencia, one of the biggest, one of the best facilities. And again, like I said, just extremely well put together, and I'm very excited for super fights.
यहाँ पे वो platforms हैं लोगों के पास to, if they want to pursue this as a profession.
Yeah.
Do they have platforms to go and get trained?
It's definitely rising now. Gyms और बढ़ते जा रहे हैं all across the country, all across Lahore, and events like this is gonna help expose more and more people. Entry points तब आते हैं जब लोग inspire होते हैं. And these are the people who are going to inspire them. जो हमारे show पे सारे fighters लड़ रहे हैं, top to bottom, are the best fighters in Pakistan, outside of Pakistan. वो आपस में लड़ रहे हैं. They're here to put on a show. There's a camaraderie under all of that fighting, which is that we want this sport to blow up. So if we keep having shows like this, more people will want to come in, and there are a lot of gyms now जिसमें लोग जा सकते हैं.
You're not a fighter yourself, though, are you?
I train, but I don't fight.
लेकिन आपका ये MMA इस सब चीज़ों में, स्पोर्ट में इंटरेस्ट कैसे आया?
So मैं wrestling का fan था बहुत बड़ा, pro wrestling,
which is not at all real.
No. This is real.
This is very real. I've seen one of the fights.
Exactly. Pro wrestling, on the other hand, is very entertainment based. So whereas in मेरा कभी उसमें focus नहीं आया था towards getting into the competition aspect, but just as a viewer, spectator, पूरी जिंदगी आप एक चीज देखो, and then eventually I discovered the UFC. Brock Lesnar wrestler था, वो UFC में गया, and then I followed along and I watched it, and then since then I've been obsessed. Obsessed is the right word. I'm obsessed with this. So I've just been a fan since.
So it was nice having you. It was really fun talking to you and getting to learn about this whole sport and how you managed to get it over here. And I'm glad you got it over here. And so best of luck.
Thank you.
For the future.
So just support the fighters, support the sport. It's growing. We're trying to get more and more entertainment into Pakistan. So let's go.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you very much, guys.